All right. Happy May 25th. This is a meeting to check in on design tasks for Backdrop CMS. We have a couple of issues we're talking about that we're working on for Backdrop, the product. A couple of them are design related, specifically for Basis, in particular, trying to get a style for content that's not published yet, so that when looking at it, you can tell it's not published. That issue is number 2669, and it looks like that is, I don't know what state it's in. Does it need review, or is it?
I reviewed it, and there were small issues.
Okay.
It also kind of, we need to reach some design consensus on it. Like, this is the current thing, like whether or not we want to rotate the word, whether we use the word unpublished or draft. There's just some opinions that are needed there. Okay.
So it needs feedback.
Not quite live yet. How about that?
Yeah. It looks like there's a bug fix for iframes that looks like it, number 2622, that looks like it could use some work too.
Oh no, that is a PR. It should be good to go.
Okay, so that just needs review.
Yes. Wait, what was it? 26 what?
22.
Oh, 22. The one thing is I just wanted people to test it, but it looked like a couple people, like Graham, gave a thumbs up, and so did Olaf, who brought it up. So it's probably good to be merged now.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, they marked it RTBC
issue. That's great.
Fantastic. And then one of the big issues that isn't necessarily design related, but we probably need some feedback on, is how to make the views grid style responsive in core. And that was tagged for 1.7 and didn't make it because there was still kind of a lot of work left to be done. So that's tagged for 1.8 now. And I would love it if we could figure out how to get that into 1.8 so I can stop overriding the theme grid views style and all my sites to make them responsive. So I think where that is now is there's a lot of stuff in the user interface asking for a bunch of classes that we may or may not need for that grid style. And I think we just need some feedback on, like, are those valuable or not? And then if they are valuable, we'll need to clean up the interface a little bit so it's a little less overwhelming. I think like less field sets or something. There's a couple of good recommendations in there. And then that's all I could find in the 1.8 queue that was design or front-end focused. But there are a whole bunch of other issues tagged on GitHub with the label audience design. If anyone's particularly interested in cleaning up the designer user experience for Backdrop, that's a good place to start. All right. Other than Backdrop the product, we're also working on backdropcms.org. Wes, do you want to give us your little update again?
Yeah, I can actually show you. Share the window. So this is the one where I kind of like forked it and have an old database and did my own thing, or it's a branch. And now the goal is to see how we can merge this and what's currently there, and make sure that we don't lose the things that we need. So yeah, not everything is complete, but it looks good. This is, I think the image here is blurry, the little white lines. It'd be good to have that as a very large image, since it doesn't have a lot of information in it. We could make it really large, and it would hold up, and then I could make each of these screenshots a separate image. Because I think it eventually might want to, maybe mess around with that. And even if we don't, I think it would do them both justice to have like this be a JPEG and this be a PNG, instead of them all being a PNG and be kind of huge.
Okay.
Yeah, and other than that, it kind of looks like what it used to look like. I don't think there's anything nutty here, but so yeah, just I updated some things. I don't remember if all these things had designs, but yeah.
Okay.
Other
And
than
just so you know,
that,
I have been fixing bugs on the live site for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't know if looking at that issue queue is valuable, or if you just want to see like the changes to shame that CSS. Whatever.
oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I haven't looked at that too much yet. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll pretty much be starting from scratch on merging the two. Like I'd only done a tiny bit of work before, so
Okay. Great.
nobody.
And then we haven't made any progress on the forum site as of late. The only thing that I think is design related there is that we have a bunch of flags for indicating like issues you're following or things that you've marked as spam or inappropriate or whatever. And right now the default flag style just like puts a link on the piece of in the links area on the piece of content. And I think it would be great if we could get some actual designs for those flags that look a little more interactive and perhaps indicate what you're actually going to do when you click the link, like icons or colors or something. But the forum site is currently blocked on Bakery, not working correctly. So there's no rush on that, but it might be a fun task for somebody who wants to contribute design to Backdrop to kind of jump in and do something quick and easy and hopefully fun. That's all for today's meeting. But is there anything else going on in the world of design that Backdrop should be thinking about that we haven't discussed lately or that's not on our current radar? Or does anyone have anything in general they want to talk about today?
The field UI stuff in Drupal land is getting pretty getting a lot of attention, I guess. And it sounds like their ideas weren't that dissimilar from where we were headed. Kind of when we talked about looking at like webform.com and like that kind of form builder UI, where you're thinking more of widget than how it's stored in the database. They were hitting on those same notes and had a lot of the same ideas. So I think it'd be beneficial to look at that. One thing I noticed and maybe this is like, I don't know if this is something like, yeah, we know, but on the manage display, you lose, I think there might've been an issue for it. You lose the tabs, the manage display tab at the top. I found that really confusing when I was trying to teach with that. I also saw the potential issue of maybe it's a little misleading because you're 2 levels deep, but with field settings, we do the same thing. So I don't
know. Did we fix that in 1.7, Nate? Do you remember?
I fixed what thing?
The missing tabs on the managed displays.
No. Nope. That's still there.
So we do have issues for that, and it has a pull request, and it got a lot of review right before 1.7, but it looks like it didn't make it in. So it will probably go into the next release.
Gotcha. Well, other than that, I can say my mentees really like Backdrop, and they've found it quite easy. And there's like the occasional hiccup. In comparison, I've been menteeing someone that is using another product that we might work on a lot at work, and they were having a much harder time. So, hooray, UX.
That's great. All right, well, if there's nothing else, let's go ahead and wrap this meeting. And Tom and Nate will probably see you guys again in half an hour. Wes, I know you're busy, but thanks for joining this meeting. It's great to have your feedback on stuff.
Yep, and hopefully next I'll have something on backdrop.org next time we meet for design or outreach. Either way. It's kind of in the middle.
All right. Well, thanks for joining and watching, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
But